Welcome back, adventurers, to Adventures with Peps. Today I am diving into speed painting one of the most fun miniatures from the Strontium Dog line by Warlord Games, Wulf Sternhammer and The Gronk on a Hoverbike. This model was actually chosen by you dirty lot, my lovely adventurers. If you'd like to have a say in the next video, make sure you check out the community page where I post future polls. It's a great way to get involved and shape the content that I'm going to be painting and building on this channel in the future. Right, let's get into the fun part. Obviously you're going to watch the video getting painted in the background. I'm just going to do a little bit of like very light 2000 AD lore for the people that don't really know these characters, or if you're new to these characters. So let's watch as I make a mess with my brushes and slap paint down on these two. Because Wulf and Gronk are the most iconic companions of Johnny Alpha in the Strontium Dog adventures. Wulf Sternhammer, if I can get my words out, is a towering Norseman, originally from the 9th century, who ended up joining Johnny Alpha thanks to a wild time-travelling storyline. He's not just comic relief though, he's fiercely loyal, incredibly strong, and carries the infamous Happy Stick, a massive warhammer that he uses to crush his enemies with glee. Despite his sometimes silly demeanour and thick accent, Wulf is the heart of the team. He's brave, honest, and one of the few characters Johnny Alpha can fully trust. Sadly, his fate in the comics is pretty tragic. I am not going to ruin that for you guys. You need to read the comics. Maybe check out my blog posts on adventureswithpeps.com. But you need to read the Strontium Dog stories. They are some of the greatest. And Wulf's legacy in 2000 AD lasts until this day. He probably disappeared from the comics back in the 80s, I would assume, late 80s. But he is still referenced. He still pops up quite a lot within the pages of 2000 AD, which just shows how much of a fan favourite this model and character is. Then we have the little Gronk. I love the Gronk. He's one of my iconic favorite characters in 2000 AD, and I love the fact that he is just clinging onto the back of Wulf on this hoverbike, eyes wide, absolutely freaked out as they're zooming across the desert. Now Gronk, he's one of the strangest and most lovable alien sidekicks in 2000 AD history. Gronks as a species, because they are a species, are small, furry creatures with incredibly weak hearts. Now, if I remember correctly, they have 7 or 8 hearts, and they're all incredibly weak, and at different opportunities he can have a heart attack, he gets scared, a heart just stops on him. It's just, he is very comic relief, but I love him for it. In fact, just about anything gives him a heart attack, fear, surprise, too much excitement, anything can kick him off. And yet this Gronk just hangs out with Johnny and Wulf through thick and thin. He's always there with them. I believe in some later stories he even tries to save them. I have this very strong memory of Gronk on a cover of 2000 AD holding a gun, massive explosion behind him, doing stuff that a Gronk shouldn't do. And it's because this Gronk is a little bit special. He was mostly there for comic relief, and he is a natural born medic. He's very skilled at patching up wounds and keeping the team alive after brutal bounty hunting missions, and in game that is his role. He has a medikit, he's there to keep these guys fighting the baddies. But while they are normally timid and constantly fretting, this Gronk showed moments of real bravery, proving that even the most unlikely heroes can make a difference in the galaxy. And together on this hoverbike, they just look absolutely amazing. They really sum up what the vibe of Strontium Dog is. It's a mix of gritty bounty hunting sci-fi set in kind of Wild West. It's kind of the best way to describe it, I guess. Sci-fi Wild West. And yeah, he brings a dash of humour and charm. You've got this big, huge hammer-wielding Viking that's driving the bike, and then just hanging off the back of him you have this cute little fluffy, anxious medic. And they're just blasting their way through the galaxy on this bike, dust storms kicking up behind them. It's just a bizarre and wonderful little model. It just really captures the vibe of this, and I think that's why you guys probably picked it to be painted first. I really enjoyed this model. I absolutely enjoyed painting it. I stuck it on a proper GW base just to give it a bit of height and give it a bit more stability. But otherwise, I just did the basics. I black primed it, heavily dry brushed it, went through all the light colors, blocking in anything that's needed to be a nice light color. The bike itself, I used a couple of paints, as you can see, mostly an orange as the base with brown wash over it, over quite a light dry brush, so it ends up this dark reddish brown color, which I really like. And then yeah, I just followed the steps, pretty much copied the color scheme that is traditional for Wulf. He has this fair skin, he has this kind of reddish blonde hair, he's wearing a stonk fur coat that was gifted to him by the stonks. Gronk, am I saying stonks? By the Gronks. And yeah, I really enjoyed painting this model. There was a stage halfway through where I was getting worried. It was at that ugly stage. Wasn't sure I was going to have something that really worked. But now that I'm holding the finished model in my hand, I'm super happy with how he looks. Game wise, I don't really know. I haven't played much Strontium Dogs. Out of the 4 games, I've actually played more ABC Warriors and Slain than the other 2. That I'm going to try and rectify. We're going to be playing some Strontium Dogs soon when I've got enough models painted up. And then late this year, we're going to really lean into Judge Dredd and getting some of those games out. But yeah, I'm kind of waffling right now, so I think this is a good time to do the rundown. So here we have it, Wulf Sternhammer and the Gronk on a hoverbike, painted up, ready for action on the tabletop. I hope you've enjoyed this mix of painting and lore, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Really helps this channel grow. Also hitting the subscribe, it's free to do, means the world to me. We're slowly building up a community here. It really does help me. You can drop a comment below as another thing and let me know who is your favourite Strontium Dog character. Right now, and probably forever, it's going to be the Gronk. He's just so cool. I love him. But yeah, drop a comment below, let me know what you want. And if you want to help pick what model will be painted next, make sure to check out that community tab and cast your vote in the next poll, which should be live by the time you see this video. Thanks for watching, adventurers. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, keep playing, keep painting, keep having fun. It doesn't have to be perfect, just get it on the table and keep the adventures alive. As always, cheers for watching.